To make me stay away so long, come to me love, my baby love, oh my baby, ooh, says the song. What is she doing? No, let's get away from this one. Let's get away. We're gonna block you. I don't want to see that on my Instagram. Let me do this one. Is this a different one? Let's see. I might have. Is it gonna give me makeup? I'm doing doll baby today. Doll baby. Doll baby. DOLLBABY. It's on Instagram. Hey guys. It's Shante, Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorn Styling. So the discussion this morning is about my friend Aurelis. His name is Aurelis. I call him Aurelis. I put a whole other group of letters in there. Aurelis. So Aurelis is a great person. And the person that wants to make him like him is Marcus Dwayne Boyd. And so Marcus Dwayne Boyd is an abusive ex, and he has very specific mannerisms because he does this with his hands and the way he talks, and then he foams at the mouth. He's always very nervous about everything, and but it's because he's a criminal mind. So it's like, if I'm looking at you and thinking, I'm gonna take your watch, I'm gonna take your I don't care if you have a watch or not. I'm going to get into your house, and my goal is to take your watch. Like, he'll take stuff or go through things, and it's just not his business. And I don't know if it's just a group of women that he hangs out with. I don't know if it's just because he was in a fraternity and they fucked his head up. I don't know. Either way, I would be concerned as a parent. I would have to just be with him. I wouldn't be able to let him go because I would want him to be leashed out onto the world. So listen. That's the type of stuff he does. Like, I'm going to take her green plates, So it'll be just weird stuff. Like, really, in this case, he wants to take your soul and your personality. So what happens is that Aurelis starts to act like Marcus, but he'll just have his mannerisms, right? He does not have his personality. So that is the thing. Aurelis has his mannerisms, but not the personality. You see what I'm saying? Because Aurelis is not a weak person. So it was this guy I met at Kohl's, this young dude or whatever. He was like, he had dreads, and he just kept coming to me trying to like talk to me, and I was like, okay, what are you like? What's going on? I let him get close to me, right? He gets to talk to me all this different stuff, and then he gets weird one day. Like, I'm bothering him, but he'll still like try to come talk to me. So anyway, I was at a couple of places downtown St. Louis, and he would actually find me. I'm like, what is he finding me for? You see what I'm saying? So he would actually come and find me. And so when I was with Aurelis one day, he made Aurelis feel like really uncomfortable, like me and him maybe shouldn't be together, or maybe he wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was trying to give him those feelings that maybe Marcus has, right? It won't happen. Aurelis got the look on his face, and he felt something, but it wasn't, it didn't last. I just went ahead and gave him a hug. Like, I just gave him a hug. Like, I don't know what's going on. Cause it's like the dude is younger and Aurelis is older. And it's like, in this situation, Aurelis, you should have more confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have just had like more confidence. And so it's like, when they just did that stuff in the office, it's like, it made sense. Like, I was in the office, I was talking about the waist beads, right? And how I saw it on the porno. And then the lady brought up the waist beads, and I felt nervous about it. But the guy was standing next to me, a white guy was sitting next to me that I thought was maybe Brandon in the refrigerator, Brandon Clark. So when I did it, then I did something with my knees, my hands on my knees, and lifted up my dress because I had on a long dress. So I was lifting my dress up to touch my knees, and it's like I don't need to do that. Like that stuff I don't do. So then I thought about it, that's like from like from that painting, you know. So I was just like, what's going on, right? So it'll be like, and then another time when Aurelis was possessed, y'all, I know y'all probably be like, this show is like so crazy. Come here and you'll see what I'm talking about. But like on another show when he was possessed, another time when he was possessed, I was going to his house and he started running. He just started acting really crazy. And he was running back to his apartment. He's like, I can't wait on you because I gotta get back here and check on this. So he started running crazy. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I get there and he just was like, I don't know what happened. He ended up like not talking to me and talking to somebody else, and I ended up leaving. But he was just so weird, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like the fact that, and it was like almost like he wanted to be somebody good and he couldn't. So it's like, but Aurelis is really like the real Aurelis, the real true Aurelis is confident. The real true Aurelis, because I'm thinking about how they are, because they'll try to like push it off like Aurelis might not be that type of person, but that's the person he is. He's a confident person. He's a for sure person. He's a great athlete. He's a good father. He's a good son. He doesn't have to pretend or act to do anything. Like, let Aurelis be Aurelis, because y'all are abusive. The people that are trying to possess him, and I'm talking about y'all, these people are still alive, so it's not like they dead or anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, these people will try to take over your body and they still alive. They want you to have a personality. And it's like, no, you don't need to be involved in Aurelis's relationships. You have to let Aurelis go. Just the same as me. I don't want you involved in my life or my relationships. You have to let me go. I don't want to be these people that you think you want me to be. And so it's like they taking over so many people. Like that girl Stephanie down at the shelter. She's always repeating my show. And it's like, for what? And they killed her brother for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Like when they too cocky, or they get that whole, like when they get that evil spirit, Blue was like that too. Like it's like they get arrogant and cocky, and they get mean. You know what I'm saying? So they end up taking them out of there. But Stephanie, it'll be like she just keeps repeating my show, keeps repeating my show. One day she came in like she was an old black woman. Like she know how to do braids and all type of stuff, you know. And you just like, where are you from? She from Carbondale. So it's like, oh, okay. So why you here? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, go back to Carbondale, because Carbondale is just as small and cute as East St. Louis is. So it's like, go back there, you know? So it's just like, I don't know why they possessing the people. Like, what is it that makes them want to control a person like this? And I think they're doing it with a computer. Like, it's amazing that they could do that, but nobody needs to be, that does not need to be done to anybody. And it's like they keep trying to make them into toxic people. The people that were around me were toxic. Like the team that you would have thought, like the team that I wrote about, that somebody stole like my family and killed my family, all this stuff. They were good people. But now it's like you trying to make these people into these toxic people that were involved in my life, because they don't know where, all they know is the names, so they'll follow that person. It's like, why? Because that person really is just like a drug addict or a rapist or a thief. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to actually, they don't know these people. So they making these people into more evil people. It's stupid. And Aurelis is like a really good person. So it's like, for real, the people here are really good people. Really good people, raised by good people, just generation after generation of good people. And now y'all want to bring back in other people to infiltrate the East St. Louis the way they did when I was 8. So that's the proof. Whoever is saying that they put crack into the communities, into the black communities, it is the truth. Because that is the proof. Y'all understand what I'm saying? When you see all, if we tell you, if we sit somewhere like and tell you what's going on, people will really understand that we need to be paid. Because it was just like overnight. Like our whole community was like so sweet, and it just changed overnight. Pop. And everybody was like, no, stay inside. You can't come outside at nighttime. I tell stories about how I used to play outside with my friends at nighttime. All of a sudden, crackheads happen. Pop. All of a sudden, my cousin's jacket got stolen. He was beaten up and his jacket was stolen. Pop, gone. And I'm talking about the whole time, it would be stuff my aunt would warn us about. So she might have been setting it up too, but it's just like so weird that it'll be like people that's like crackheads, but they down in East St. Louis, then they from St. Louis. And it's like, nah, you somebody that was sent here to infiltrate the city. Or they'll be like a hooker. And it's like, we ain't really had no hookers in East St. Louis like that. You were sent here to infiltrate the city. That's why it's important for us to also look back at how Giuliani fixed New York, because that used to be the situation in New York too. So Giuliani fixed the New York because it was like, again, crackheads and pimps and hustlers and all this stuff. And Giuliani got that shit up out of there. So now the Times Square you see is because of Giuliani. So it was like once Giuliani was out of office, now Giuliani is racist. Giuliani is he's a bad man. He's this and the other, but he cleaned up New York. So it's like, and that's why, you see what I'm saying? Because they send these weird ass people, and when I say weird, they weirded than a motherfucker. A lot of them, like I remember one morning I was at the bus stop, and this is not my channel that I talk about being stalked on, but one morning I was at the bus stop and I'm here in St. Louis. One person sees me who's probably a fake ass crackhead. That bitch turned her ass back around and went back the other way. I probably will never see her again because she'll be hiding ducking the whole fucking time she in this city. Because they be ready to do like a New Jack City scene or something like that. So all the people that came here to act as if they were crackheads, they were never real. That's why I'm telling you now. Whoever you thought was your friend, I ain't seen nobody but the twins since I was little. So it's like the twin is the only real person I ever seen that's from my school, Morrison. I see Geraldine and Terry, and I see the Beckleys. I call them the Beckleys online on Facebook. I don't ever get to see these people in person. So it's just like, I don't know. And if it's a lawsuit, I need Geraldine and Terry to help me because I don't really remember the people they stayed at the school with, and they gonna remember more people than I do. So it's just like, and I consider them my family, y'all. I'm not joking. I love them to heart. I heart them. So what it is, it's just like, I don't know. I don't like that they try to take over people's personality like that. It's like, we don't want. I'm sorry. He doesn't need to be you because he's East St. Louis and he's not from Louisiana. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you might feel like that's something great, but I don't. I've seen better Louisiana people than you. I'm talking about 50 times, like 100 times greater. Like, you a piece of shit compared to them. Like, you ain't shit, Marcus Dwayne boy. I'm serious. So let's get into what today is. Today is all about family conversations. So the first question, did you get a chance to help anyone today? Y'all, your kids will eat this shit up. Do you hear me? Because that's what they want to do. Especially like your 5-year-olds. Did you get a chance to help anybody today? Who you helped today? Who did you help? Who did you help? And what did you do? And you get them a reward for that too. Did anyone help you today? And what did you need help with? You know what I'm saying? Did anybody help you today? What did you need help with? You still need some more help? Do you want a foot massage? Do you want a back rub? They'll baby see how they love it. Don't forget about skin hunger. Skin hunger is for your it happens to your middle school children up to high school because you stop touching them as much. And so it's okay for you to touch them. They are kids. Did you notice anyone struggling today? What happened? I remember one day I was walking home and I always keep these I always keep these. See, I got a room full of them now. I always keep these reusable bags, and I keep it in my backpack or whatever. The best ones you get are from Family Dollar because you get $1 in a bag. It's like this fucking big, so it's easier to carry groceries and stuff in reusable bags. Hence, the law that they passed in Dallas, downtown Dallas, is where you have to bring your own bag, and I think that's such a good idea. It's not a joke, and the reason why is because it's better for your back. It's like everything is easier to carry. That's why I could like walk to the grocery store and come back real quick, because I would either take a backpack or a bag. Okay. And so it's like they are just awesome. So the guy's groceries were just falling out. And I had my backpack, I had a freezer bag. I know it's like $3, but still, if he has to carry his groceries like that, he's gonna need it more than I do, because he can actually take cold stuff home or whatever. So it was a nice bag. You know what I'm saying? I gave it to him because it's like, that's it. I had to. He was struggling. His actual grocery bag broke. How do you think your classmates felt when something happened? How do you think? Okay, so if something happened, like your brother, sister, or whatever. So if something happened, then how do you think they feel? How do you feel? When a kid turns 8, third grade, 7, 8, they'll start to think about other people outside of them. If your child is just 5 or 6, and they're just like, well, I felt like this was happening, and all I could see was such and such his face, and you know what I'm saying, like his reaction was like this, so because they still sponging off each other, they still learning from each other. So don't think that because your kid is like 3 to 7, because 7 they could still do that too. Don't think that they are being selfish or mean, but watch it. Because I didn't know my sister, like my baby sister is selfish. Like, oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell y'all how we found out my sister was selfish. My cousin gave us three chicken wings. She gave her 3 chicken wings. And it's 3 of us. And my sister gave me and my second sister, a chicken wing to share. Y'all, at this point in life, none of us had this trait. I'm talking about none of us. Like if I had 10 pieces of candy and Terrell wanted candy, I give him 5. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. We don't, like, it's like something that we just never knew would exist. Like it was just like Carla, and we like, I think Nikki was like almost into her 20s, her early 20s, and Carla was like, she the youngest person for real. So we just looking at her like, are you serious? I was in high school. Nikki was just looking at her like, are you kidding me? And I'm looking at her like, is she serious? Like she was serious. Like Nikki gave her the 3 chicken wings, and she's thinking she gonna give each of us 1. She gave me and my sister 1 to share. Nikki say, Carla, it's 3 chicken wings. You should give each of you 1, right? Carla looked back at us, and she was just like, no, I'm going to keep this for myself. And we did not think it was cute. We were just looking at her like, is she serious? She for real? We had never experienced, and she can't understand because we never experienced that in our life. Like our whole life, y'all, we had never experienced not sharing with each other. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, it was just like, is she serious? She was serious, y'all. And from then on, all we ever saw was just her being selfish. And it's just like, she does not understand that she is selfish. She has no clue. She would have T getting into fights. She'll start something. She'll run her mouth. And my middle sister would have to fight. And it's like, but you ran your mouth. You the one that need to get your ass whooped, period. At some point, I know I have called her a bitch. It's just like, you just be like, are you kidding me? Like, we did not experience that at all. I'm pretty sure my cousin Nikki tell the same story. So when did you realize Carla was selfish? And she gonna tell you the same thing. It's not a joke. Some kid, you say, give me some. And they'll try to give you some. Nope, we couldn't with that one. She was always a reader. I don't understand what she was doing, but that girl, I'm talking about, she straight up gave us 1 chicken wing to share. Y'all, I'm talking about, we was just sitting there like, this is appalling. Like, this girl, I'm talking about, at that moment, I was just like, this girl ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking, y'all. That's exactly what the fuck I was thinking. This little girl ain't shit. Who the fuck been raising her? We couldn't understand. And she would sit there and be so selfish, she does not even realize that it's like, I'm thinking, is this a mental disability or something? It'll be like she just sit there and don't realize that she's selfish. She don't know that she is like this. She actually think that she has the right to be the way she is. And it's like, No, no, you don't. So it's like some stuff, y'all. You'll learn something about your kids and you start having these conversations. Why do you think it's important that friends, teachers, and students help each other during the school day? And that's if they got a really good classroom. Why do you think that's important? That's going to be the deepest question that y'all ask. You might want to ask that at dinner. So, excuse me, you can get a good discussion out of it. And that's it. It's just ways for you to connect with your kids. I want to find this text message thing. It's like, I think it's called Ruby or something like that. They text you questions you can ask your kid every week. They'll just send a text every week so you can ask your kid these great questions about themselves. So we'll just talk about this for the next 5 days, and the questions should be there. But yeah, sometimes you gotta be like, are you kidding me? Keep a track of them, because you just don't want them ending up just being an ain't shit motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And if they're an ain't shit motherfucker, you gotta take responsibility. Just like when people take care of their kids with disabilities, if you got a really evil child, you need to keep track of your child. Don't just, you getting out when you 18. No, motherfucker. That baby came from your balls. You keep the baby because the baby came from your balls. You understand what I'm saying? That son, that daughter came from your balls. You understand? You push that baby out of your fucking vagina. And women, I'm telling you, that baby started in his balls. You understand what I'm saying? So it might not be your responsibility, but you could give it to the father. It's not a joke. That baby came from your balls. You gonna understand more about this child than I do, because guess what? It ain't for me. Y'all, when they realize that you ain't playing, that baby came from your balls. You understand? That evil came from your balls, from the sperm that sent itself to my egg. That is the motherfucker that won. Guess what? You can keep the winner. You understand what I'm saying? When women get the kids, honey, think of it as you keeping the winners. You understand what I'm saying? That baby came from his balls. If you can't handle the evil that is coming from your child, you might very well just leave the child with their father, whether you love him or not. That child came from your balls. I don't have nothing else to say. But anyway, that's it. When you start to have those discussions, then yeah, you got to keep track of your kid. You can't just get out. No, motherfucker, you going to keep track of this evil. We not fucking playing. That'd be too much. You go train that motherfucker, train up the child in the way they should go. Fuck all that. You gonna do it. Anyway, that's it. It's Shante Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns telling you guys, under Brown Sugar Talk, telling you guys have a great day. Have a good day. I was gonna say something else. Train up the child in the way they should go. And then that's it. Like you can't let them go. You can't let them go. You can't. Be good. Brown Sugar Talk under Brown Sugar Talk.